What's up everybody, I'm Abatage and welcome back to Banished. Checking out the quarry here, which is doing fantastically. We're getting lots of stone brought in. It's all piling up there. And we've got some people dying in the meantime, getting replaced as they go. What I am going to do is put in an iron mine, or a coal mine in fact. Or maybe an iron mine. Yeah, we'll put in an iron mine because iron is much more in demand at this stage. So let's pop... They have to be put on a side of a hill. So kind of there-ish. So you can see if you try and put them flat, it'll go, nah, that's not cool. We've got to put it on a hill, but we want to try and utilize the hill as best we can. Can't put it there. Can't... Oh, there's one square out on each of those. If I go back, that's too far. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious me. Okay, so we can't go on the edge of this hill that way. We'll have to go this way. And go right there, I think. Bam. Mine is being built. And I know we don't have really enough people to support it at the moment. But what we will do is we'll have that running and we'll have our stonecutter running at the same time, and they can kind of share labourers between themselves. And as we get extra labourers, we can keep popping them up to status in the mine here. And you can see we've had a couple of people die, and a gatherer died without being replaced, so we better do that, just so we don't miss out. That's why I always like having spare labourers, because you don't lose any kind of production time if someone's there to replace them immediately. But we're getting children being born. Oh, we've got 20 students, so we're maxed out on that. Wow. Maxed out on the students. We've got 19, maybe 20. It could be worth building another school. In fact, it might be worth building one over here. Let's do that. Because it only takes one labourer for a school, but it can be very beneficial. Let's do it on the coast here. But you know, the more people that are educated, the better they're going to do. So it's worth having enough schools, I think. Even a surplus, as the case may be. Let's check on our roads. How are the roads going over here? Well, some of them are getting built. You can see the darker ones here are the ones that have been built, and the greyed out ones are the ones that are being built. So that's cool. Let's add a couple of builders to the mix. So they're slowly getting through there and laying down some road. Cool. Once they've done that, we'll do another section, like maybe over here. Although, wow, there's some thick trees, man. It's going to be hard to find the roads in there. Might have to zoom right out for that. Never mind though, we're getting lots of labourers, we're getting lots of students. This is fantastic. Our mine has almost been completed. I'm actually going to tell some folks to get rid of all the trees in this area so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Because at the moment I want to plan out roads and stuff, but I can't see where I'm going. Oh, we've got a merchant at the trading post. What have you got for me? Sheep? Nah, we've already got sheep. Sorry, buddy. Because one of the cool things you can do with pastures once you have plenty of animals is if you build another one, you can either move them to a different pasture or you can split the herd. So half of them will disappear and go to the next pasture. Which is really cool because you can essentially just build your own. It's a self-sustaining kind of system. And I'm all about sustainable growth. Yeah, I said it. Let's go fast again. Whoa, look at all the people go. Zooming around like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's drop down a couple of stone cutters and add them to mining. We're going to get big black smoke pouring out of the mine. And let's build a road. Let's make it a stone road from the outset for this one. Just like that. So we can put some more buildings in here and stuff when we feel it's worth it, I guess. The reserve of iron is low. Yeah, I know. I know. Where do we have iron? There's iron and stone out here. Let's just click around and see if we can find any that's a little bit closer. Nope. It's bound to be some out here somewhere. Maybe we picked it all up. Okay. Come get this iron. Yes, get that iron. And that iron. Is there anything else here? No. Pretty sure we got all that, didn't we? Cool. Probably a good time to start the iron mine because there's not a lot of wild iron to be gathered. Wow, a few more people dying from old age. But we've got plenty of labourers, so that's kind of nice. We can pull in this iron up here, I think. Wow. People dying left, right and centre. 24 of 30 graves have already been used over here. Now, instead of getting graves everywhere and kind of covering the landscape in graves... Oh, we need another teacher, that's right. Instead of covering the entire land with graves and cemeteries, it's kind of like you can have an overflow because this just helps with happiness. So if you don't have enough cemeteries, it just means some people might be a little bit unhappy. Which, if you've got high happiness, is cool because you can just kind of keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't get too grim. So, you know, that's good. No need to worry about it too much. Now, let's look at our limits and everything for stone and all that jazz. What are we on? Stone is limited to 500. Iron is limited to 200. Let's bring it up to 500. And let's bring up coal to 500 because... why not? Why the fudge not? Wow, these are all old dudes working around here. Let's upgrade that house while we're at it. A couple of stonecutters will be homeless for a while, but them's the breaks. See, this would be a good place for a market, actually, I think. Maybe over here. No, this would be a good one, I think, so we'll capture all this kind of area. And these guys will have to come into town to go to market. So we can put another market here. And then as we expand, we can, you know, put them out wherever we need them. But let's have a good wide look at the map. So this is our city centre, and we're heading out this way a bit. Let's just assign a couple more miners because we've got extra labourers. Got a forestry plantation over here. Beautiful. With hunters and herbalists and stuff. It's a bit of a mountain range here which we can mine if we choose to. And we can then head this away, perhaps, right up the top of the map. But if we come down, we've got this lake here. This is kind of going to peter out but then expand again. So we could have a nice little cluster here. Some nice mining going on along here. Quarries, perhaps. This can be like a bit of an industrial zone. I think that might be the way to go, because we could basically fill this whole area with quarries and mines and just kind of ravage the landscape as we please. This is our trading port, and we can expand all the way down the river. That's nice, and there's all this space here as well. Could take a while, but hell, we might end up filling up this map, especially if we can maintain this sort of stability. So I'm very, very, very pleased at the moment with how we've managed to get these families, more families than homes again. In fact, we could even build some houses at this stage. That's how good it is. But where do we need them? Let's check out our pathing. Oh, let's just check the merchant first. Herbs, beef, potato, cabbage, onions, hide, coat. No, thank you. So, let's check out our pathing. We'll do it on the houses just to make sure they're not travelling too far. He's not travelling anywhere. Is that an empty house? Labourer and builder. Oh, okay, that's why. Fair enough. Cool, these are not too bad. These are all stonecutters and miners for the most part. Nice. So that all those people are working locally. All these folks seem to be working locally as well. Nice. These dudes seem to be fairly local. Are you local? Nice. I like self-contained little pockets. These guys are all working here as well. Oh, beautiful. Seems like we've made a fairly nice distribution of housing and industry. Yeah, look at our food go. We're definitely due for some more houses, I think. Where will we deck it out? I reckon we can deck it out over this side of town because both the quarry and the miner and the mine will suck up workers like there's no tomorrow. We'll definitely be able to fill those spaces without any worries. So let's pop in a house here. I'm building stone houses for this. And another one here. Let's just do 2 for now. That should be plenty. We've got 7 labourers, so let's up our stonecutters and our miners a little bit. Let's add another trader. Again, I'm not sure why multiple traders would be needed, because it seems like the trading post works either way. Ooh, someone was cold there for a while. That's not very good. How are our coats going? Oh, we've got plenty of coats. Reserve of stone is low. Got 6 sheep going on, so we're not necessarily getting any wool. Have we got wool? Yeah, we've got wool. Alright, let's get a tailor. In fact, I think we might even make a new tailor, because this tailor is doing a great job, don't get me wrong. But I feel like we could really bust it out with another tailor. So maybe that's someone else we can get over here. Let's build another tailor and they can start working on some warm coats. Here we go. Let's pop them right here. Bam. That'll be good. These houses will get built. Lovely. Because then this tailor can make hide coats because... well, because why not? And our original tailor can move on to making warm coats. Let's have a look. Wool coats use just wool. Warm coats use leather and wool. And once we get cows, once we have a pasture of cows, we'll have much more leather to play with, because we'll have a constantly renewing source of leather. Let's grab some stone from here, seeing as stone is so low. Even though our quarry's working away, but obviously not working hard enough. Get back to work. Cool. Everything's chuffing along nicely. So a quick look at some stats to see where we're at. 38 families in 35 homes. That's good. We've managed to stay ahead of the homes being built. We're almost at 25 years. We're in year 24 right now. And we've had a nice steady growth all the way through. Look at that. Little dip there. Little dip there, but otherwise definitely worth it. Look at this. Even I'd say our children/student ratio is climbing slightly. Although we still only have 18 students and 18 children at the moment. So when that gets above 20, then we'll know that we're actually doing something useful. We've got 19 students and 19 children. Children are being born in these new houses. Oh, look at this. 21 and a 20-year-old. Come on, Ranson and Saloma. Bust out a little kid. Oh. Saloma just died. During childbirth. Oh. I'm sorry. Now I feel bad for telling you to bust out a kid. Oh, but don't worry. Ranson's now with Janelope. Janelope can bust out a kid. Come on, girl. Anyway. Let's not get too involved. Let's leave them to their love-making. Okay, so 6 labourers free. Let's bump our stonecutters and our miners up to 6 apiece. So we'll be pulling out the iron. Look at this. Look at this iron. Beautiful. It's all getting trudged back to this stockpile. Look at our stone. We've got a nice stockpile of stone now. Lovely. One day these people will finish building these roads. They do take a while because if you are trying to build anything else, it kind of takes precedence. Okay, so we have a tailor creating regular hide coats down here, but we're out of leather apparently. Oh, that's a shame. There's my inventory screen. Nope, that's jobs. Events. Statistics. Oh, that's right, it's on the town hall, isn't it? Maybe? Yes, inventory. Leather, 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 leather. H-I-J-K-L. Leather, 0. Well, bollocks. Hunter cabin. You're not producing enough leather, dudes. Get hunting more. Ideally, we'd get a trader come along with some cows and we can just buy the cows. That would be nice. But nevertheless, we've got plenty of coats. 196 on hand at the moment. So, you know, that's not too bad. And we want to look at the graph is fine. 41 of 35 families now. We're doing good on that front. We could almost add in a couple more houses, but let's survive the winter first and yeah, see if we can get some more coats being built and that sort of thing. In fact, their entire population must be quite large now. 111 citizens. Beautiful. Isn't that fantastic? And we're coming into year 25, quarter of a century, and I feel like we've survived pretty damn well. I'm very proud of this. We've had a few hiccups here and there, and a few little wobbly parts where it's been a bit nerve-wracking, but ultimately it's been smooth as hell. Got people dying still. We've had a good flow now, I think, of people dying and people replacing them, so it kind of feels like we should be able to continue along that path fairly well. But yeah, let's see what happens in the next episode. Hopefully we'll get some beef. Cows would just make my day right now. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.